Since the announcement of RingConn Gen 3, there has been considerable excitement, and rumor has it, it's different from any existing smart ring that you can buy today. So to see if this is actually the best smart ring, I needed to get my hands on it first and inspect these improvements to see what all the hype is about. So by the end of this RingConn Gen 3 review, you're gonna know if it's the one ring to rule them all, or if RingConn's latest version is an overreach. Oh, and before I forget, if you want to test it out yourself, I do have a really good viewer discount that you can use to save some money. You can find it in the link below or through this QR code. Okay, I patiently waited for my smart ring, mainly because I decided to request a ring sizing kit first. It was free, easy enough to use, and really worth the wait to get something that actually properly fits. And it's not just gonna, slip off my hand every time I wash my hands. Now, compared to other ring models, the RingConn Gen 3 has some noticeable improvements. Firstly, it's bulkier than its predecessor, okay? Now at about 2.3 millimeters or 0.09 inches thick. Now, I'd say it's got a good weight and feel to it. It feels light, but it also feels sturdy and strong. In addition, this model is a lot more versatile, and you can buy any size ranging from 6 to 15. In terms of materials, it's similar to the RingConn Gen 2 with an epoxy inner lining and then titanium exterior. RingConn Gen 3 feels upscale and durable, but the titanium still keeps it really lightweight. So it's definitely a premium upgrade from the RingConn Gen 2 Air, which uses stainless steel and is more of a budget conscious choice. Although in my opinion, the biggest benefit of this model is its extended battery life. A full charge should last around 14 days if you have the vibrations off, and around 10 to 12 if they're on. That's a hell of a lot longer than other health tracking gadgets that I've used before. But for a full charge, you do have to be patient. Overall, it took about 90 minutes. And if you don't want to be held prisoner while you wait, there is a wireless charging case, which now works with all models. The design has also had some reworking. The RingConn Gen 3 offers two new brushed finishes, brushed silver and brushed rose gold, which will give the ring a more textured look. And the classic color choices are still there too. I went for matte black. It looks clean and easily fits with my existing jewelry, if you can call this jewelry. Impressively, you can wear it in the shower, while swimming, or when you wash your hands, because it can withstand about 100 meters or 328 feet depth. So those updates mainly focus on looks, feel, and longevity. But what's changed in terms of RingConn daily tracking? Well, one of the biggest improvements in this area is the vibrations. And to be honest, this is rare for a health tracking ring. Through the vibrations, you can get notified about heart rate spikes, high stress levels, low battery warnings, or when you've been inactive for too long. Basically, when the smart ring thinks you've merged with the couch, and they're subtle as well. So they feel more like a friendly reminder than a jump scare. To me, this is the best of both worlds, sort of passively monitoring my metrics and only notifying me when there's an actual change that I need to know about. So I don't have to actively search for updates or get bombarded with notifications. Another new feature is the AI Health Partner enhancements. So while the vibrations let you know about real-time changes, this feature takes that data and then creates long-term trends and summaries. It's a lot more comprehensive than just raw data and graphics. You can track heart rate, sleep quality, and vascular health over time and easily understand changes. Then instead of just giving you a bunch of numbers that you need to work out yourself, you get wellness advice based on these trends, which is simple and actionable. And the vascular health insights is also new. It doesn't just look at single measurements and glimpses. Instead, this offers load patterns and trends during sleep, and the option to manually input blood pressure readings to enhance the data. And I noticed it took my lifestyle changes into account, like how less sleep or high activity impacts the data. Yeah, sure, the RingConn Gen 3 doesn't directly measure blood pressure, yes, but it means you can keep track of your data all in one place. So that's cool. So aside from the newer features, RingConn Gen 3 still has all the core functionality that Gen 2 offers, making it really a great fitness tracker overall. It keeps tabs on heart rate variability, blood oxygen levels, respiratory rate, skin temperature, and steps and calories burned, as well as sleep quality, overnight vascular load trends, and recovery and wellness insights. Plus, just like the Gen 2, it remains especially useful for women by tracking menstrual cycles and forecasts. It also offers fertility window predictions through cycle history and skin temperature trends. And thankfully, it still has the Find My Ring feature. This lets you use the app to make the ring glow in the dark using that light, lighting it up like a tiny UFO, though it's not that helpful if it's under a pile of clothes. I feel like an audible version would be better, but it does make it much easier to find at 5 a.m. when I've come home late from the bars and I want to see how drinking affects my sleep. So overall, RingConn Gen 3 is an excellent health and fitness tracker with well thought out, useful improvements, not just shiny add-ons. So to me, it's one of the best smart rings on the market. So if you want to save some money on your purchase, use my discount. It comes with fast shipping and a 14-day window for returns and exchanges. Now, this is where my smart ring review really gets interesting. See, I've worn this wearable tech every day for a couple of weeks. I did the dishes, sports, and anything else that I would normally do. It didn't cause any discomfort, okay? There's no noticeable tarnishing or scratches. To be honest, a lot of the time I forgot it was even there. So their bulkier design doesn't bother me at all. The battery life is true to what RingConn promises and lasts about 11 days with the vibrations switched on. I used the wireless charging case a lot, which overall took about 2 hours to fully charge. Alerts. They're not invasive either. It takes about an hour of sitting before it reminds you to get up and move around, which I think is fair. So in terms of using the app, it's simple to navigate, and although I previously did use it with my Gen 2 ring, the learning curve is minimal for anyone new. The setup is like any Bluetooth device. You pair it, and you'll need an app to view your data, which is free. In addition, I do appreciate that my existing data stayed in my account when I upgraded from Gen 2 to Gen 3. I didn't have to worry about manual data transfer or data loss. Also, the data didn't feel overwhelming. It was simple to understand, and the recovery insights told me when it was time to take it easy, meaning I could plan workouts based on actual readiness, not just squeeze them into my free time. So, all things considered in this RingConn review, it's definitely one of the top smart rings that money can buy. It set a completely new standard for me, combining comfort, longevity, and quality with reliable data and practical health insights. So I'm really happy with my purchase, and I'm going to continue to use my smart ring every day. If you want a modern upgrade, this is a great long-term solution for tracking a lot of different data in one place. Just don't miss the discount below to save some money. All right, thanks for watching this RingConn Gen 3 review, and check the channel for more content. Bye.